Okay. Today we are going to learn the serialization, deserialization of an object. See what is serialization? See, normally when we create an object of a class, when program ends, the object is lost. Serialization is used to save this object permanently. In short, serialization is converting an object into a file or a stream so that it can be saved or sent over a network or restored later. See what we are going to do, what we have three files. One is named student, where we have a student class where a student will have ID, name, and password. And second Java file is we have serialization, where we serialize an object. What is serialization of an object? This is where we take a object and will convert it into byte stream, and that byte stream will get saved into a file. That is known as serialization. What is a deserialization? It's opposite of serialization. In deserialization, what we'll take is file, and then we'll convert that file into the byte stream, and that byte stream will get converted back into the object. This is deserialization. Okay, we have a student class where a student have ID, name, and password. Student classes has also has a constructor. What is constructor? Constructor is a very important topic in Java. Let's understand. Constructor in Java has only three rules that you have to follow. Name is same as the class name. As you can see, we have a class name as a student and the constructor name as student 2. Constructor will not have, second rule is no return type, not even a void. So constructor will not have any return type. Third, used to initialize object variable. This is used to assign the object variables. Okay, now we have seen what we have in a student.java file. Now we'll see what we have in serialization demo.java file. Okay, we'll create a class named serialization. What this class will do, this will create first an object of a student, that is S1, with the name, ID, and the password. Okay, okay. Now what happen is when this what is happening, student object is created using this line, and that and then it is going to get saved in the RAM or a memory with the value that we are going to assign, that is 10, 20, 30, name, and then password. At this moment, objects exist only while the program is running. When program ends, object will get lost. So serialization is used to save this object permanently. See, let's take a real life idea. Think of a game file where in game player name, level, and score are saved to the file. This allows the data to be stored or sent anywhere. Example, saving the game progress is the example of serialization. But in what is deserialization? According to this game example, when we reopen the game, the saved player name, level, score are loaded back into the game. The game continue exactly where you left off. This is known as deserialization. In short, serialization is save game data. Deserialization is load game data. Okay, so we have student class where we have its constructor. We have created a object of that class. Now what we'll do, we will serialize this object S1. So how will we do it? First, we'll create a tool which will convert an object to the byte stream, and that byte stream will get saved to the file. This is done by the object. This will get done by the tool. The tool name, so okay, let's create a tool, object output stream, and this is tool type and this is tool name. And what this tool will do, in this tool, object output stream Object output stream will do what object output stream will do. It will take an object and convert it into the byte stream, and that byte stream, we need file to save that byte stream. So let's create that file. The file will created by new, the file will created by new file output stream. This will create a file which will save the byte string code generated by object output stream to the file named, um, let's name that file as, file name should be, let's say, uh, ses.txt. Okay, this will save the file. Object output stream, okay, will create a tool that is this, and then object output stream, new file output stream, name should be this. That should work. What's the error? Let's see. Okay, we haven't declared exception that this file, this method can throw. Let's handle that too. Throws, throws. Okay, okay, we have created a tool out which will convert object to the byte stream, and ob that byte stream file will get saved to the file created by file output stream sgs.txt. Now we'll use that tool. Okay, let's use this tool to write object. W write, will write that object. Which object? S1 object. Okay, this will write the object. Now we'll close using this tool. So as we can see, this is the very important line in this code. Out is a tool. We'll use that tool to write an object s1. Now the object is written in this file. Now we'll close that tool, that is out.close. After that, we'll just write in a statement that um, object object is object is serialized into file, serialized into file sgs dot txt. Okay, this should work. Okay, sorry. Okay, we have created a serialization file. Okay, everything, let's check what everything is right or not. Okay, student s1, we have created an object, we have created tool, we have used the tool, we have closed the tool, we have given output. That object is serialized into a file sj.txt. Okay, everything is right, but let's see in this student, everything's right. Okay, before implementing, if we want this class to be serializable, that is we are doing here, we must implement serializable interface to this class. Okay, okay, I think everything is right for now. Okay, let's run this serialization. What we have in this file, let's see. We have three files. First is student, okay, then serialization that we have written just now, and deserialization we haven't written it now. Okay, let's run this serialization.demo. Hope it should work. Okay, yes, it's working. Object is serialized into the file sgs.txt. Let's check it. Yes, yes, we got the file. What is in what information? Okay, the information written in it is not readable, which is normal. Okay, now we have serialized object s1 to this file. Now we'll deserialize, like we'll extract information that is written in this sgs.txt using this deserialization.demo.java file. Okay, let's do it. Okay, how will do it? First, we need a tool. Let's create a tool that is object input object output stream.in. Okay, we have tool named in. What this in will do, before this, what we have done, we have created a tool out which will convert object into the byte stream, that is object output stream. To do reverse of it, when we want byte stream code to be converted back into object, we will use object input stream instead of object output stream. Let's use it. Let's check. Let's use object input stream. Okay, what we write? New. Okay, this will convert byte stream code back to the object, and where this object input stream will get that byte file. It will get it from file input stream. This time this file will open that file for object input stream. Name of the file is sgs.txt. Okay. Okay, what happened is here, let's error. See again this that error. What this will do, if any occur comes, the exception class in Java will handle it. What throws means is throws mean that it may throw error. Okay, we have created a tool, the tool which has a type of object input stream. This object input stream will convert the byte stream code back to the object, and that before converting byte stream to the object, first it should receive the byte stream. The byte stream will be received using this file input stream. This will extract the byte stream from that file and give it to the object input stream, which will eventually convert that byte stream code back to the object. Okay, let's use this tool in dot. Now the job of in tool is to read the file. Read object. Okay, this will read an object. Okay, this will read an object and convert that back to the object. Now we need to typecast it so that Java will know that it is a object of a student type. Okay, we have typecasted. Now we have to save it. So we'll create student student s equals to s. We'll create an object of student that is s, and we're going to save this object into this s object. Okay, now we'll close using this tool. Yeah, let's close this tool. Okay, we have done everything. Okay, now let's see that we have extracted information that has been in this sgs.txt, and the information is read by this, and that information is get saved to the newly created object s of the student class. Now let's see what this student s actually has. This is just, let's print id, that is let's concatenate this with this, and then colon concatenation, and then what we'll do is s dot id. This should work. This will print the id in s object. So I want this same line to print its name and then password. Name, and then third I want this to password. Second I want this to print the name. Third, I want this to print the password. Password. Okay. Okay, everything look fine. Okay, let's one thing. Let's format document so it look cool. Okay, we have written the deserialization file. Now what we have, let's see. We have in SGS the information like ID, name and password is saved something like this, which is not readable by us, which is normal. Let's try to restore that value from that file. We'll run this deserialization.demo. Let's see. Okay, we got ID that is 10 20 30, name Aman, and then password is QWR. Okay, we have successfully created the student class. We have successfully serialized that class object, and now we have also deserialized the text file. Okay, there's one more thing. If we want, okay, let's try the transient variable. Okay, transient variable is used when we don't want this information to be saved in the text file. So let's see how it works. Okay, we have a student where the password is of transient keyword used, in which the transient keyword is used with the password, which does mean that we don't want password to be saved to the text file. Okay, okay, let's perform serialization again. Okay, first file delete. We'll delete these file created. Okay, we have student where password is transient variable. Now we'll serialize this. Okay, one error is there. Is the error? As stream object output stream, everything looks. Okay, let's run it again. Okay, object is serialized into the file.sgs.txt. Now file is again created with this some text written on it, but it's not readable again. Okay, now we'll try to restore that file. Okay, we have passed that file here, and now we'll convert it back to the object s, and now we'll extract all the information that is in s object. Okay, let's perform this deserialization. Okay, what is s? Okay, let's run it again. Okay, what's the error? I think it's space. What error we have extract interface throws exception. This is the object and we have created successfully. Okay, okay, let's see. Try to decode what's the error. Transient variable is string s. Okay, selection is successfully done. The error may be in this deserialization.demo. Deserialization spelling should be same as the file name. Okay, string throws exception object output string. Trying to know what's the error. Didn't find any error. Let's again run it. Okay, what we have got is ID Aman, but the password which we have passed to that object s1, which gets saved to that this sj.txt. When we deserialized it, it has no password. Okay, what happened here is the password that we have saved, the password that we have passed, that is say qwer123 in the object s1, is get converted into byte stream and get saved into scs.txt. Now when we try to deserialize it, we'll get password as null. This is why the transient variable is used. What is transient variable? Transient keyword is in Java is used to indicate that the variable should not be serialized. When an object is serialized, when the object is serialized, all non-transient variable like this, all non-transient here, what are the non-transient variable? Int id, string name are non-transient variable, and here password is a transient variable. When the object is serialized, all the non-transient variable are saved to the output stream, but the transient variable are skipped. That mean not saved. A transient variable is ignored during the serialization. As we have seen, we have passed transient variable value to QWR123 and it doesn't get saved. How we know this? When we deserialize it, we'll get password equal to null. See, this is the behavior of serialization. When the class is serialized, normal, or we can say normal or transient variable, sorry, non-transient variable, get returned to the stream, that is name and id get written into that stream or file, but the transient variable are not written to that stream. Their value become default when the object is deserialized, which means when we make string as transient, when we try to deserialize it, it will get its default value, that is null. When we make int as a transient variable and then we try to deserialize it, it will get its default value, that is that is 0 in Java. Okay, let's try this in this id2. Okay, let's see what happen if we try to make a int. Let's try. Okay, what we'll do is we'll convert this into transient and let's see what happen. Now we have converted this id, that is int, into a transient. So when we try to save this into a file and then we'll try to deserialize it, we'll not get the actual value that we have saved in this id. We'll get the default value of int, that is 0. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's serialize this again. Okay, serialization is successful. Now let's see the file is created or not. Okay, let's see. Okay, the file is created .sgi.txt. Now what we'll do, we'll try to deserialize it. Let's say deserialize it and see what value we'll get. Okay, okay, you can see the default value of integer will get assigned to this id and the default value of a string, that is null, will be assigned to this password too. So what we have learned today is how the object will get converted to byte stream and then it will get converted to the, or sorry, it will get saved to the file. This is known as serialization. What is deserialization? Deserialization is converting that file back to the byte stream and then converting that byte stream to the object is known as deserialization. What is transient variable? Transient keyword. The transient keyword in Java is used to indicate that a variable should not be serialized. Okay, thank you.